From doom and gloom to joy and pleasure. Welcome back to Where the Superhoops Walk with myself, Luke, and alongside me, Michael and Gerard. So, Gerard, first 3 points of the season.
Yeah, welcome relief. I'll be honest. I think we started really well yesterday. First 20 minutes looked really bright, and then the nerves kicked in. The crowd got a little bit anxious. Charlton kind of were on top, I'd say. And when they equalised, you feared the worst. But the manager got his substitutions spot on. They all really impacted the game, and yeah, it didn't really matter how it happened after last week. But I think they showed really strong character actually. I mean, something that the team's lacked massively. So yeah, a relief and lots to kind of build on as well.
The early goal, Michael, definitely helps, doesn't it, when you score within the first 10 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, we went into it. Well, after that, it was just the confidence thing. And I think, like Gerard was saying, the substitutions were spot on. The signings that we'd made on the Monday after losing 7-1, instant impact with Sato. Having two up top, I think that'd be something that we do for the coming weeks. Burrell and Kona up top were fantastic. And yeah, we've actually got good options at left back now. We've got Norrington Davies, who had a good game. I think obviously there was a couple of mistakes, but he's not nowhere near as bad as what Sheffield United fans were saying. And Escudinha coming on and getting an assist. It's exciting times, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. I think when you have such a heavy defeat, you always look at the next game and you go, right, you want to see, even if the ability's not there, whatever, you want to see 100% effort. And I think there was a desire to definitely do better, wasn't there, Gerard, in the game?
Yeah, the manager was really brave, I thought, after the game last week, and he came out and said next week will be completely different, and he was really strong and firm, and it kind of felt you're setting yourself up for a fall there, because if we don't perform, then you're going to look stupid because you have said it will be completely different. And yeah, he was true to his word. They completely changed how they've been playing. There was no short goal kicks really, especially first half. Everything was a little bit longer. I think they kind of realised that we were putting players in awful positions with the ball at their feet in their own box. So I think the change of style really helped. And yeah, it's just a good character building, I think, and I think he would have learned a lot in the last week about his squad. And he made some brave calls in the lineup. I don't think there's one QPR fan that would have played Nicholas Madsen yesterday, after what we've seen from him over the last year and a bit. But actually, he did okay, and obviously the starting bar is low, but he showed some nice touches, put a fantastic ball through to Paul Smith. He probably should have done a bit better, but yeah, I think what I saw at full time as well was when the whistle went, Jimmy Dunn went straight over to him and was really celebrating with him. And I think Madsen's obviously had a lot of stick. He did a really good interview in pre-season talking about how the kind of negative talk affects him and everything. So it was just nice to see the captain acknowledge that. And hopefully there is definitely a player in there. It's just we haven't seen anywhere near enough of it so far.
That's
I do struggle with
that. Definitely. Yeah. So, Michael, what do you think? Was it good to see a little bit of desire after the defeat last week?
Yeah, 100%. I think it shows good character in the squad as well. I think I'm getting in some old faces, getting in Hayden, Sato. Obviously, Hayden in the season where we escaped relegation, he obviously is bringing in this experience, this character, which we've been missing. Like Gerard was saying with Madsen as well, I'm a bit unsure about his position as well. I think that's one thing that I can't put my head on, can't quite work out, because I don't know, see him better as an attacking midfielder, see him as a defensive midfielder or a number 8, and it's something I'm struggling to work out. But he did have a good game, and I think going forward it would be Varane and Madsen in the middle, and then with Hayden when he gets fitter, sort of interchanging. So it's a positive reaction, but we have to go into the next game with the same desire, and we have to continue this form, because if we want to challenge anything, then we've got to do that.
Yeah, definitely. I think the new players Sato and Kone both getting on the score sheet is important as well, Gerard, isn't it? So for momentum, as Michael said, about going into the rest of the season.
Yeah, I think for Kone to get 2 in his first three appearances has really got him off to a good start. But it was his all-round play that impressed me. It's the first striker I've seen at QPR since Charlie Austin, probably, where I thought actually there's a player here, someone that can lead the line, make it difficult for defenders. And when he went through at the end, again, it's the first striker since Charlie Austin where I had no doubt he was going to finish that chance off. And I can't say that about any strikers we've had since Austin. And he's strong. He's not the quickest. I thought he'd be a little bit faster, but he'll lead the line. He'll bring others into play. And like Michael said, his link up with Burrell when he came on looked like a really, really promising partnership. And then Saito, I don't think he scored for us until January or February last season. Apparently he's got 3 in his last five home games now. So yeah, his energy, his positivity is going to be huge. The fans love him, the rest of the squad love him, and I think he could have a really big season. And I'll be honest with you, it was a signing that I probably wouldn't have made because there were other positions that we needed more. But after yesterday, yeah, what a great decision that was.
Yeah, I think it's good for the fan base, isn't it, to get a player in that, like you said, you had obviously previously on loan. It's good for the fan base to sort of get, especially after, like you say, the defeat last week, get that good, feel good feeling back into the club. Kone, Michael, I think he's going to be an important player this year. I think if you're going to have a successful season, I think he's going to be an important player.
Yeah, I mean, his hold-up play is something I've not seen. It's second to none. His vision for the balls coming in, he knows who's behind him. He's listening constantly. He knows the spaces to run into. He drifts wide when he needs to create space in the middle. And he is just a powerhouse, like Gerard said. I think we have found our Charlie Austin replacement. I think he's confident. He's ballsy. Like, he knows what he wants. And he's something that we've been missing for a long time. And getting rid of Kelman to Charlton and then buying Kone for near enough the same money, I think we've really made good business there.
How was that on Saturday, the whole Kelman business between you and Charlton? I saw quite a lot of it on Twitter, Gerard. There's a little bit of banter flying about.
Yeah, well, the fact that he's been dropped after, I think he started the first 2 league games, and the last 2 league games he's been on the bench, came on for 20 minutes yesterday. I think he only touched the ball 7 times, I read. It was a risky signing for them because he's not proven at this level. And I think when we signed Kone, I think a lot of Charlton fans were like, well, we've got the better deal there, but I'll be amazed at the end of the season if Kelman is anywhere near Kone's goals total. And it's just that all-round play that Kone has. I think if you create chances for Kelman, he'll probably score a few goals at this level. I think Kone will make chances for himself. And I think with the players that we have behind Kone, he will make them all better players as well. I can't wait to see him link up with Chair, with Poku when he's fit. So I've got no bad word to say about Kelman. I thought there was no need yesterday for QPR fans to be singing about him. Move on. He made a decision, and that's it.
Yeah, that's football, isn't it? Things happen, things change. But
yeah,
I agree. I think that not only does Kone give you the goals, he definitely it's all his hold up play, and I think that's the exciting front four. If you look at when they're all fit, Poku, Chair, and maybe Dembele, and then Kone, I think that's a very, very exciting front four to have. I think we need to touch on the highs and lows of a football fan, because you know QPR fans have been through it the last couple of weeks, from the lows of the 7-1 defeat to then beating. I know Charlton's not a direct rival, but within the London show, it's sort of a London derby, isn't it? And I think it's brilliant. It just shows what a fan goes through, Michael, from the lows to the highs.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we follow QPR, isn't it? It's you can't predict what's going to happen, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I think it's something that the Championship is this why it's the best league in the world. I think any other league, you've just lost 7-1. You see the players looking down and out. The managers are under pressure. We've not won a game all season, and then we go in to beating Charlton with who's got Nathan Jones as manager, and seeing him upset at the end of it is just it's a sight to behold. It's brilliant. So yeah, happy with that.
Touching on the manager, you brought him up just there, Michael. I think last week all over Twitter was manager out, manager out, manager out. It just shows. Obviously, as fans, we're emotional, aren't we? We've got the passion behind it, but it just shows that you have to be patient, have to stick with it. And I think you brought it up at the top of the show, Gerard, that the manager was brave, and I think it shows that there is you need to have faith behind the bloke.
Yeah, I think the change of style was brave. I think a couple of the team selections were brave, and yeah. He's impressed me with the way that he's spoken. Every interview I've seen him do, I've been impressed with his English, with the way that he communicates, with things that he says. You could tell after Watford he was angry. You could tell last week he was really angry, and I don't think he should hide that either. But I think the signings that were made this week just give us options at left back. It gives us someone in midfield to work alongside Varane or Madsen off field, who's experienced, who likes being at QPR, and Saito obviously. So credit to the board for supporting him as well. But I think the change in style would 100% have been the manager's choice, and it worked. And let's hope we can build on it now. I think we might sign one more tomorrow. We're still really kind of optimistic about Ronnie Edwards coming back. I saw Southampton has signed a defender tonight, so I would watch that one. That would probably complete the transfer window for us. It's one that we never thought would get over the line, but I've got a sneaky feeling that we might see him back.
I think that'd be a good bit of business if you can get Ronnie, good old Ronnie boy back. The manager, Michael, are you backing him? You think, right, we've got to be patient with the manager?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't one of the fans sort of thinking he should have left anyway. I feel like you deserve a bit more time coming in, adapting your system, and but I think he's kept his promise. We lost 7-1. Like Gerard was saying earlier, he said it in the post-match interview. It'll be different. He said it was such intent, and he backed it up on the pitch with the decisions he made, making a substitution at half-time, going with 2 up top, changing the formation, adapting the game, which is something that I felt like Cifuentes couldn't do. And he struggled to do. So I definitely would give him time. He deserves it, and I think he'll come good. And I think we will have a good couple of years ahead with him, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. I like that optimism. I like it. Right, I bring to our last piece, and it's tweet of the week, and it's actually a tweet from the club itself. And there's a beautiful picture. I think it's the celebration of Sato's goal. And it says, "I'm so happy." And I think that is just a brilliant, from last week to this week, I think that's brilliant to see the optimism of the club back, Gerard, don't you think?
Yeah, if you've not seen it, his interview with Paul Smith after he scored his first goal against Hull is legendary in QPR now. They repeated it yesterday. It will bring a smile to your face even if you're not a QPR fan. But yeah, it is mad how in a week the mood can change so much, and I'm sure it's the same at every football club, but it just seems like at QPR we kind of a real up and down kind of place. 1 minute we're in despair and the next minute we're winning 3-1 and people are talking about the playoffs. And it's a nice way to end the first part of the season, and now we can look on and look forward to Wrexham away.
Yeah, definitely. Michael, are you a happy man?
I'm so happy.
Love it, boys. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Gerard. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help. Thank you very much.